I like how the only picture that's changed in the intro is Joel's.
No,
It's interesting.
I added what's
You
your
added
name?
two guys that didn't have pictures in the intro.
Well,
the
other
first
guys
time.
weren't there, and
Well, I was there.
I'll change your picture.
What's up with that? Well, I got the
Right.
squinty-eyed, light-skinned pig.
Complain,
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Pat the
complain.
Designer, back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. On today's episode, we got to talk about, will the Chicago Bears hire another Green Bay Packers coordinator? Joe's got stuff fall off the desk. I'm scared now. We also got to get into what's going on pretty much with the hire of
we already fight.
To me, you said what?
George said we all already fight.
Hey, we got to fight. You got to start off with the fight. No, we got to
guys, calm down.
What I believe is I guess I'm not mad at the name of the quarterback's coach, but we're going from the inexperienced well, should I say, and that's part that scares me a little bit. And of course, the Friday free for all and more on today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. What are you pointing at?
Look at that camera. God dang it. This one.
Oh, okay.
Thank
all right.
you.
Oh, is that what's going on here?
You're looking over there. But
Oh, my bad. I was looking at you.
Yeah, whatever.
Piece of garbage.
Happy to see you too, Pat.
What's good, boys? How y'all feeling? What's going on?
You know what's happening, man?
I can't work in these type of conditions.
Ringo, what's going on down there? What's happening?
Hey, man, it's been a long last couple of days, man, but I'm here.
Yeah, that's how all the days go. I'm gonna tell you that, especially when you're a Giants fan. Anyway, so
Hey, don't hire another double agent.
Hey, listen, we do got to talk about that. There could be some double agency going on here as the Bears are talking with another Green Bay Packers coordinator.
Like, really?
Bears are looking to interview former defensive coordinator of the Green Bay Packers, Joe Barry. He's scheduled to interview here with the Bears, and I'm out on it. I don't get it, but we got to talk about some of the pros and cons of what Joe Barry brings in a scheme, I guess, and do we feel like he could be an answer at the defensive coordinator position? I think things would be very different here, so you do have to take that into account as well, but we'll see what it ends up meaning, man. I guess, what are your thoughts on Joe Barry to get things started off? Do you feel like he's the kind of guy as a coordinator that you want to see the Bears go after?
I mean, to be honest, no, I'm not feeling it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because he seems too inconsistent to me, and with the amount of first round picks that the Packers have on the defensive side of the ball, you would have think. I mean, he would have got it together by now. I mean, now the last couple of weeks, they did seem to get it together. I got stats right here. It says that over the 3 seasons that Barry was the defensive coordinator for the Packers, they were tied they had the number 17 defense in yards allowed per game through 335, number 10 scoring defense and points allowed per game, which was 20. From weeks 1 through 14, Packers were 31st in opponents' rushing yards per game, but weeks 15 through 18, they were number 4, 84 yards a game. And they also allowed the fewest points a game and fewest yards, which was 201. So I mean, he does get it together late, but there's no consistency there, which is something that we've been talking about this whole time, even on the offensive side of the ball. So now I'm out on him. I don't even want another double agent in the building. So no.
I concur. I don't want another Packers person. Have we learned every Packers person we bring over here doesn't do well? Like, I don't like that.
Lucas Patrick?
Name them all. I mean, Getsy, Patrick. Like, what are we doing here? No.
I mean, you throw the Lucas in front of that Patrick. We're not sitting here besmirching Patrick out here. That's not what we're doing. No, I'm with you guys. I mean, I think I would say this, and I talked with Yurko about this today on the Chicago Bears podcast, and I guess this is not to say it's in defense of Joe Barry, but kind of basically coming out and saying that it makes it hard to do your job in certain situations if you don't have the things you thought you were going to have, right? A big part of the issues with Joe Barry was what we saw from some of the players. Jair Alexander all of a sudden is falling off a cliff. There's much less of a pass rush there. Now, I'm going to look at my DC and say, hey, why aren't you getting the most out of your players? But sometimes your players have to not make mental mistakes. I do think he'd be coming over to a better crop of defensive players here in Chicago, especially already having Montez Sweat in place. I guess the question is, do we question the scheme that he's calling, or do we question the execution of the scheme that he's calling? And Yurko brought into question some of the questioning on the execution of the scheme that he was calling, not the scheme that was actually put in place. And so I'm okay, I guess, with the interview. And I'll be honest with you, from the defensive perspective as a whole, I'm okay with the interview of a guy like Joe Barry because Flus is there. Flus can call a defense. Flus is somebody that we can be confident in, right? Calling defense and different things. So I expect there to be some kind of setup where you feel a little bit better about the coordinator that's in place on the defensive side, because there is going to be that guy that has guidance there. I feel like this would be more of a situation, though, where I'd be like, why not go out and get a young guy who you can kind of start to build that tree on, right? Build that coaching tree on that is able to go out there and have long stretching roots throughout the entire NFL.
I'm a pass on Barry. I just want someone that we're looking for. We want consistency. We want someone. There's a reason you're fired. I don't think I want to.
Oh, there's a reason he's fired. No, for sure.
That's what I was saying. Even with us getting Shane, it's like it wasn't a fired OC that failed and they relieved him of his duties, and now he's looking for a new job and just saying whatever to get a job. To me, if we're gonna go, with a DC, to me, what kind of makes the most sense would possibly be what's his name, Chris Harris. He's more intriguing of a up and coming defensive coordinator. He played here. He played in this system. He knows it. And I think even from a safety's perspective, like that's like the guy that, would probably have more insight, at least from the when the safety can come in and when you got a really, really good safety on that type of defense, it really I think that his vision and seeing what he saw back then would really help and give some insight to that defense. So I'd rather go for someone like that. I don't think I want to. At first, I don't want a Packers dude at all.
Yeah.
And then I don't want an average Packers defensive coordinator. And I'd rather have someone because clearly to me, someone like Harris would be a guy that if Eberflus is really still kind of like the de facto DC.
Yeah.
You just need someone that helps, that can be maybe in situational gameplay, that can come up with some good, plays. Because clearly when Phil Snow got there, on top of getting Montez Sweat, the defense looked way better. So
yeah, no, and I think that's the thing, right? Even if Flus is there, right, you have to be able to go out and you have to be able to scout the team. You have to know what you're looking at from the team that you're going up against, right? You have to know what their tendencies and weaknesses are. I think that Chris Harris would be a great job. And the vote of confidence for Lance for me was when I asked Lance Briggs about Chris Harris as the DC, because he was the first interview that the Bears had. I said, do you feel more comfortable about him calling plays? Because it's not like Chris has a ton of experience either. Do you feel more comfortable about him calling plays if Flus is there? And the Lance basically said, he's so smart, I don't even need Flus to call plays. I need Flus to make sure that he's not in the way of what Chris is trying to do. I would rather take a chance on a player like that, because to me, when I look at what were the Bears lacking last year? Right? There was
pressure.
It's too much. Well, to me, it was a passive mindset. You had so much of a passive mindset that we weren't seeing enough of
form of aggression. You mean like how?
Yeah, there has to be some kind of balance in there. We weren't seeing enough pressure consistently. We weren't seeing you go after, and be aggressive. We were allowing receivers to get 5 yards before there was any contact with them, 10 yards sometimes before there's any contact with them.
I think
where you want to see that aggressiveness. I would rather see somebody come in who has more of I'm going to balance out kind of the mindset that Flus has, kind of like how Chico did with Lovey when Lovey was here.
Yeah, but I think it's still, you can call the great plays you want, and if they're not executing it on the defensive side, it was about pressure. If the D-line does not get you what you need, then the secondary players and the linebackers cannot feast. They can't. Once those guys got in there was more deflections, there was more interceptions, there was more all those type of things, creating turnovers. We got to get the front four right. So I don't know if it's. I don't think we need we don't need a DC as much as we need an offensive coordinator. I think whoever comes here in that position is keeping the seat warm while Eberflus does the things that he wants to do as a DC.
See, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think he's gonna play call.
I don't know.
I think he's gonna go back into the CEO role that he wanted. I don't think he's gonna be a play caller.
We'll see. And hopefully, it's not one of those Andy Reid situations where it's like, yeah, I'll let you handle it.
Get out.
I got it from here.
Let it go, Grouch.
I was just gonna say I feel like both of you guys are right.
Mallet.
I feel like both of you guys are right in the sense that, it's like Pat was saying, right? I do feel like he's kind of gonna go back, to that kind of CEO role where he's gonna be the leader because he's gonna be the head coach. So I feel like he's gonna go from room to room observing. But it's like you said, if you do get a Chris Harris in the building, it's just like, okay, he might come around. The coaches are gonna get together, so maybe Chris does ask him like one or two questions about the opponent for that week. But also to Joe's point, you got to finish building out the D line. So once you get that defensive tackle that we've basically been clamoring for in these conversations for literally months now. Everything's gonna fall into place. So I think both you guys are right. If it was my choice, I'm definitely going with Chris Harris because one, like Joe said, no more double agents in the building, and two, there's there's something to be said about consistency. And right now, Joe Barry has shown that he has not had that. It's always come later in the season, and we also talked about the Bears need to start off this season hot if people are going to keep their job.
Do you see Jay Grizz is trolling you, dude? He is trolling you as Jodeci.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, because I'm like, why is he singing a cry for you? And I'm like, oh.
Hey, man.
I've been watching this whole time. Like, what is he? Why does he keep singing that? I'm like, he's trolling you.
Sometimes,
is he trolling? Is he trolling Ringo?
One or the other. I'm not sure.
He's trolling Ringo.
Sometimes you gotta look great though. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta show up. You just gotta smile on their face and look great. That's all you can do. But no,
man, don't hate me because I look good, bro.
I think that is the question though, right? Like the real question is the issue with Joe Barry the scheme that he calls, or is it the players that he had? Because there is something to be said about the Packers players that were there who, listen, when your number one corner is getting burnt, the highest paid corner in the NFL is getting burnt on a consistent basis, it's very hard for you to go out there and call a scheme that's going to work. Like, what's the game plan around that? What's the thought process on I'm gonna call the perfect play for this defense? Well, there goes Jair. He's behind the receiver yet again, right? Like, I think that there is something that you do have to ask when you say, was Joe Barry the issue or were the players the issue? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of players on this team that now I do look at Joe Barry as a fault on this because guess what? These are your players. Joe Barry been with the Packers 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
3 seasons.
3 seasons. You drafted these guys. This is your defense. This is your hands all over this defense. This is your guys. So that part to me is you sat there, you drafted, you evaluated, you looked at these guys, you felt like they were the answer, and you didn't make them the answer. That is on you. But when Jair Alexander becomes the answer and you feel, hey, Jair Alexander is the answer, but then on top of that, when he's not the answer, all of a sudden your defense is getting killed because he can't stop anybody standing across from him. There is some of that where I do look and go, okay, maybe there's something interesting there where you look, because how many DCs have we seen who we look at in one spot and they're god awful, and then we look at them in another spot and all of a sudden they're talented. They're not calling anything different.
I don't know. I think it's pretty consistent to a degree. Like, I think, well, no, Mel Tucker. Mel Tucker was not good.
Mel Tucker was not good.
He was not good.
No, Mel Tucker wasn't
not good. I'm trying. Sean Desai is not good.
But Sean Desai's gotten to a point now where he's pretty much average.
Right?
He's still
That's
a DC in the NFL. It's not great. No, I'm not saying that he's an elite DC, but Sean Desai here was god awful.
But I think
our
guys,
defense also was kind of like very injured.
I mean,
yeah.
but
Go ahead.
nah, I was gonna say, would y'all say that the same conversation that we have about like how we talk about in the NBA there's like 4 elite coaches. I brought this up like weeks ago. I think there's about maybe 5 elite coaches in the NFL. I think you could say the same thing for DC. I think you can say the same. I think you can say the same thing for DC as well in that aspect. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you're looking at what you got: Robert Saleh, Raheem Morris, who just got hired by the Falcons, the Texans.
Texans. Oh, you talking about the head coach of the Texans?
Yeah.
Why can't I think
the linebacker?
No,
I'm drawing a blank.
Who's the linebacker?
Name a woman. that's this thing right now.
Wild.
Continue with the point.
Yeah, but yeah, you got the head coach for the Texans, and I mean, what is it? Would Vic still be up there?
No, Vic runs a 4-3 here.
Would Vic still be out there? But you got about 3 or 4. So it's all whatever you feel like would be a lead at that point. But I'm just of that standpoint. But I mean, like I said, just getting back to your original point, I probably want Chris Harris in the building.
Yeah, I'm D'Amico Ryan.
That's what D'Amico Ryans. Thanks, Barry.
Terrible.
Thanks, Barry. D'Amico.
But no, I would like to see you do more in-depth interviews on the DC position.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it. We were searching for the guy that's going to fix the next quarterback. We were searching for the guy that's going to fix Justin Fields. We're searching for the guy who's going to finally come in here and provide the Chicago Bears with an offense that's worth talking about week in and week out. But that doesn't mean that I'm not searching for the guy that's going to keep this defense, that's going to allow, if Flus is the CEO, Flus to be the CEO of this team. Because the one thing that you don't want to see is Flus have to take this thing over, because you're probably not bringing back your defensive consultant, right, to sit there and scout teams every single week. You would like to have a coordinator that can do that, because that job's already in the building. That's a position that's in the building. Mm-hmm. You would like to have a guy who's going to be able to go out there and do a lot of the heavy lifting, come back to Flus and basically say, we're prepared for this week. I would rather see you. I need to see more of an extensive coaching search here. I feel like we haven't really talked to anybody. Well, we've got 3 candidates under our belts right now.
Yeah, but I don't think it's. I don't think it's can you run the scheme that we need, which is this type of scheme that we're running, and I don't know if we need it as bad as we needed the offensive side, because it's pretty much in place. It's not like I just need you to help me get this together, because we pretty much have this.
Over 100 in the chat.
We got 100.
Over 100 in the chat.
I see 100.
I had to change some stuff up. Like, YouTube, you got to play the game. I feel like they wasn't rocking with the thumbnail and title. Had to switch that around a little bit. Now we got over 100. We had like 30 people in this.
Shout out to my boy Drew was
Must
happening.
Be hate. Yeah, I mean, one love though.
D-Dog was happening. Jay Grizz was happening.
Shout out to Jay Grizz. Technically, he was serenading Ringo. Is that basically what we saw?
He was calling him
we technically got to pause that.
Singing to him in the comments. That might be a pause.
That is very. That's a pause.
That's a pause.
Yeah, that was very.
That's crazy.
Pause.
Yeah, hey, Jay Grizz, get that together.
That's wild.
That's a yellow flag. That's an infraction.
That's a yellow card.
Flag.
Yeah, yellow flag.
Yellow flag. Yeah.
Hey man, we appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all already know what to do. Now the Bears did make a hire today, and this is an interesting hire to me. Bears go out and hire Kerry Joseph as their quarterback coach. Kerry Joseph spent a lot of time in the CFL as a quarterback, so you do have somebody in the building that at a minimum has spent a lot of time as a quarterback, been an MVP in the CFL. That is not the NFL. My favorite clip from this season probably is Lance Briggs telling me that Mark Trestman was just showing CFL highlights to show how great his offenses were in the CFL. That's such a great moment in Chicago Bears podcast history, bro. It's just like, I knew he was dumb. But like that's just really dumb. Like look what this guy can do. Yeah, he's got the force with him. Yeah, I do love my Star Wars. This guy out of here, bro. But Bears go out and hire Kerry Joseph. I think he's an interesting hire. Not a lot of experience as a QB's coach. Last 4 years has been a coach in the CFL as well. What are your thoughts on this hire of the quarterbacks coach? Because I think this is somebody who is just as important as the OC in this situation, because it is a tandem in developing these guys. There's a reason that Patrick Mahomes is willing to go out and vouch for Matt Nagy, because Matt Nagy believed in him the entire time. To be honest with you, Matt Nagy scouted Pat Mahomes, the one that brought him to Andy Reid, and Matt Nagy was his quarterback's coach who allowed him to kind of just break down the message that Andy Reid was putting out there, and now I'm able to bring this to you in a way you're able to understand. Matt Nagy was Arena League football. Kerry Joseph, CFL, or Kerry Joseph, I should say, CFL. Do we like the hire of Kerry Joseph?
I mean, I'm not really sure. It says that he's been, I did some research. He was with Seattle, for a little minute, 2020, also 2021. So he's been with Russ, been with Gino, was with Gino a little bit when he was first making that comeback.
He played cornerback in the NFL, if anybody was wondering.
Yeah,
he played quarterback in the NFL, left the NFL, went to Canada, and played quarterback.
Which is wild. But I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure, but he has been in the league as of recently. And like I said, the only thing I feel like for me that's going for him is the fact that he was with Seattle and he did bring Gino back up to relevancy. In sort of a sense. So I don't know, maybe you take a shot, but listen, at that point, it's like you said, it's all about continuity between the OC and the quarterbacks coach, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna keep Justin, if you're gonna bring in Caleb, you have to fix some of the issues that is going on with Justin, and make sure that these guys get right, so that way you can get him up to that MVP form, or get him up to a decent enough form to say, hey, he may be able to take us to the playoffs and or NFC Championship game.
Yeah, I think it's more about just keeping the continuity of the staff.
Yeah,
they know how to work together, and like you said, like Ringo said, if we can get him in here and whoever I'm gonna say this: Justin Fields is our quarterback until he's not our quarterback. Because I kind of don't like that narrative. Like, if either him or whatever, he's under contract, no one else is here.
Well, the problem is that
I'm only saying, the Bears got the number one pick. So I don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen.
My point is that he's our quarterback at the moment. So until he gets moved, I'm just saying he's helping Justin Fields until Justin Fields is not here. Right. So if it's to help Justin Fields become, where Geno Smith could get to this level, hopefully he can help Justin Fields get to that point. Or, as we stand right now.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you. It is tough, right? Because I think a lot of the interviews that you had are because you have the number one overall pick, right? That's really a lot of where this conversation goes to, right? Like it would be naive to say that you're getting these top interviews if you're only throwing out Justin Fields out there. There is the allure of, hey, you come here, you're going to get whatever quarterback you could possibly get. I think that's why a lot of people sit there and talk about the quarterback position from that point, because we don't know why Shane Waldron signed here, right? Like, yeah, maybe he did sign here to help Justin. Maybe he did sign here to develop Justin. Maybe he did sign here to do the whole thing that he did with Geno Smith, or maybe he didn't.
We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, so I think that you do have to kind of talk about it from both sides. By the way, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Stop playing with us, man. 105 in here, 25 likes. Y'all on games with us right now. But the one thing that I am intrigued by with this move is, like you guys said, the continuity. How's the continuity going to help that quarterback position improve? How's it going to help this offense improve as a whole? That's the part that we need to make sure that we get done here offensively. I've said this a million times. This season offensively is the most important season that the Chicago Bears are going to face. This season developmentally is the most important season that the Chicago Bears are going to face, because if you do not get it right this time, you will never have this opportunity again. You You will never have an opportunity. Like, I get it. Like,
You won't?
some people want, because here's the thing. Some people want Justin. Some people want Caleb, right?
Yeah.
We've never had a quarterback conversation this good in our lives.
That's very true, Cotton. FNA.
Like, we've never been able to sit here and talk about it's just like either we got the starting quarterback or the backup quarterback. We've never been sitting here saying, I think one quarterback can become a generational talent versus I think one quarterback is a generational talent. It doesn't feel like we're in a position to really screw this up if we're able to get this right.
Yeah.
But if you don't get it right, you're talking about probably 5 to 10 years of bad football here in Chicago moving forward.
I don't think so. I think we're only a few games away from really competing. It's like
you're a few games away from being in the playoffs. That's not really competing. There's a lot of teams that make the playoffs on an 8-9 record, and then you just go right. Like the Bears were in the hunt. At the end of the season,
I don't want a mediocre. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we're at a point where the team we're not in the dumpster fire of a team. It is improving. You know, we wanted to see more.
Team's improving.
We wanted to see more in the beginning of the year, and now we're at a point where they're still building this team. We're in this is now the third year. This is the key off season. We should be at a point. Yes, I want us to compete for Super Bowls right now.
Yeah.
And so my point is that it has improved. I don't think we're in a situation where like, oh my God, we're set back so bad. I think we can win with Justin Fields, and we probably have an even better shot depending on the talent if we take Caleb Williams. Either way, we got to put the infrastructure in place for a quarterback to thrive. I think Fields can do it. And either way, we got to get the O-line right. We got to get the defense right. We got to get all these. No more 1 year, team of the hot team of the year type situation.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much what we've had.
Pop-up team.
01 was a pop-up squad. 06 and then 2018. Like, we don't get the consistency of building a winner.
01, 06, 13, and 18.
13? What was 13?
13
2010. 2010, kind of.
10.
2010.
Or 10, 11. Yeah, 10, 11 season.
We got to the playoffs.
13, we had the number one offense and the worst defense.
Is that Trustman?
That's Trustman.
Did we even make the playoffs? That doesn't count.
I don't think he made the playoffs.
That doesn't even
I
count.
don't think he made the playoffs.
I'm saying we were actually like
the best offense in the NFL.
Matter of fact,
make the playoffs.
2010, were we 12 wins or 13 wins? I got to look that up.
2010.
Because we let the Packers in and then
they
beat
we
us.
made it to the NFC title game.
And lost.
And lost to the Packers.
Right.
And they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that we
flipped the table.
Son of a
Nah, I think more so. Here's the thing. It is to the point that you've said, right? That's why I'm okay with Kerry Joseph coming in. That's why I'm intrigued by the Shane Waldron hire, because the narrative around Shane Waldron, yes, there's a lot of things schematically that a lot of people look at, especially in the recent weeks after we put out our video about, kind of what's going on inside Seattle and how they view him. But there's a lot of things schematically to me that you look at from Shane Waldron where it's all about the development of the quarterback.
Yeah.
And that does excite me for what this team could be doing now, right? Like, it's not like we're going out and we're getting somebody that's like, well, you hope that he could develop the quarterback. You hope that he's going to be able to bring this in. You hope that he's going to be able to add it. No, we know that Shane Waldron can develop quarterbacks. We know that he's going to put guys in a system for them to be successful as passers. I like that he's coming in with that mindset. Are there some things schematically I want to see change up a little bit? Yeah, run the football a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, press X every now and then. That's all I'm saying. Just press X. That first play pops up. Boom. You know what I mean?
Hold on to.
Run up the gut. That's all I need. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that you're building a situation. At least I hope the situation they're building does have more to do with quarterback development. Because I'll tell you this, maybe Shane Waldron isn't the answer at OC for the next 5 years. Did he develop a quarterback in that time? And this is why I talked about Greg Roman so glowingly. We can sit here and talk about, I don't like how the scheme grew. Lamar Jackson was an MVP. Alex Smith had a long, strong career after working with Greg Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Kaepernick was a usable quarterback where I think a lot of us think that he would have been kind of a man quarterback. You end up getting to a Super Bowl with him, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can see the track record of quarterback development.
Yeah. Well,
schematically, yes, the scheme is important. It's not to say the scheme is not important, but are you developing the player to the point where the player continues to be good after you're gone? Because if Shane Waldron develops Justin Fields and in 2 years we ship him off, we fire Shane Waldron because we don't like his scheme, guess what? He still develops Justin Fields. Now we can get a guy that calls a better scheme.
Yeah.
That's what the Ravens did. Now they're about to go to the Super Bowl, possibly.
Yeah.
Right.
And the thing even about that, right, is like people keep saying, oh man, I don't want Greg Roman. All he does is run the football, this, and this. Cool, but we're also forgetting the facts. Like, yo, they had no receivers at the time. The receivers weren't healthy. So even like I said, to my point previous, even if you do go out, let's say you do get a MHJ, or you even stand pat with this, with the scheme that you have. I mean, not the scheme that you have, but the players that you got. These players are way better than the players that you had offensively, especially at the wide receiver position than you had in Baltimore. So at the end of the day, like I said, if the players improve, maybe the scheme does as well. But time will tell. But Pat, you're absolutely right when you did say he developed a quarterback. Ravens bring in a new OC, and now you get weapons around Lamar. Lamar's MVP. Possibly now you're going to the Super Bowl.
All of a sudden, it's a Christmas miracle. This guy can play football again, right? Like, and you know what irritates me about that is he wins the first MVP and nobody believed him.
Yeah.
Now he's on pace to win his second MVP, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Lamar Jackson actually is good. He's the truth. He's this. He's that. This is crazy. I love that we got this." It's like, wait a minute, what changed? Oh, well, he's doing it more from the pocket now. Oh, okay. So even though he could pass, and we could all see he could pass, because you were watching from afar, he was only a runner.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna be real with you. I think Lamar has more on his shoulders than anybody in the NFL playoffs right now. Lamar Jackson can change the narrative around dual threat quarterbacks winning Super Bowls.
Yeah.
There's no like to me, Lamar has the most pressure on his shoulders heading into this. Going up against Kansas City, going into the Super Bowl, if he can get there, because the stigma on what I believe most kinds of quarterbacks are can change if Lamar can go in there and be dominant. Now, he needs to have more performances like last week than the one he did the week before. Right? Lamar's been very up and down kind of over this last, I'd say, month of the season. But the big games he's needed to be in, he's played really well. And I think that's I mean, like I've always thought Lamar was this guy, but I feel like organizations, even with guys like Justin Fields, right? Organizations look at guys like Justin Fields and say, well, why do we need to put the right starting center, the right left tackle, the right tackle in place? Why do we need to give you 2 wide receivers or 3 wide receivers when you can just use your legs to make that level of magic? No, that's not how you have long-term success.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I'm excited for what we got coming up here. I think the Bears are building along the right path. What are y'all thinking playoff wise as we keep this thing moving along? Man, appreciate you guys tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page if you have not done so. We got the playoffs this weekend, keeping it going. Path to the Super Bowl, boys. Path to the Super Bowl. How you feeling about this weekend right now?
I'm gonna go for I want a Baltimore Ravens and 49ers Super Bowl. That's what I'd like to see.
I'm right there with you. I mean, I'm excited about what the Ravens can do. I think the Niners, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the Niners are gonna eviscerate the Lions.
Suck. I thought I had the playoffs. Sorry, I thought I had it.
I didn't know what that was. That was odd.
That was Jim Moore.
Oh, okay. I think the Niners are going to eviscerate the Lions. I think the run comes to an end. There's just too much defensively there, and I think that Jared Goff is just going to be Jared Goff. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't it supposed to rain?
Isn't Debo Hurt still?
Debo's gonna play. Debo's gonna
Yeah,
play.
but he's
play.
going to take some shots in that
Yeah.
shoulder.
Oh yeah,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
for sure, for sure,
Tour dog, baby.
For sure.
Tour dog.
For
That
sure.
tour dog out there.
For
Tour
sure.
dog. For sure. Shot me in the ass. That's
Nah,
my
I
favorite Denzel line, bro.
Nah, I think honestly, like I want the Ravens to win. By the way, I don't care what none of y'all said. Kid gave me my apology. I want the rest of y'all to give me my apology too, because y'all was right there with him. I ain't forget. I'm
About what?
Hills. But no.
About what?
No, because well not even you or Joel, but I remember when the conversation first came up about paying Lamar his money. Man, no, we're not gonna do that. And exactly what I said. I said, watch. Once he get weapons, hey, my man gonna be MVP.
Well, and that's why winning is so important for me, because it just, to me, it blows this narrative that dual threat quarterbacks can't win in the NFL. Because, like, I mean, listen, even last year, right? Jalen Hurts is more of a dual threat quarterback, right?
Right.
He lost. Doesn't matter that he got to the Super Bowl.
Well, all of them lost except for Mahomes. Cam lost.
Cam lost. Yeah, no, but I think we're coming into an era of football now where that narrative to me is not the narrative. Because, like, who isn't a dual threat quarterback?
Right.
Yep, that's true.
Except for the older quarterbacks, like the Bradys. Like, your last guys are like Brady and I guess Manning are your last couple of guys that have won Super Bowls that haven't been that are the guys that I'm gonna do nothing. All I'm doing is standing in his pocket. Outside of that, Mahomes can move. What, last Super Bowl? Mahomes used his 2 Super Bowls ago. Mahomes used his legs more than he used his arm. So it's all to me, it's all a give and take.
I mean, I think what it is though is that you're gonna see a lot more teams and a lot more players that's coming up. They're going to throw for you're not gonna see. You may see the 400-yard games from some guys, but you're gonna see this dude threw for 220, but he also gave me like 100 on the ground, 125 or 175 or something like that. Those guys are gonna come. Like, everybody's talking about the guys in the draft. You got Arch Manning right now that's sitting at Texas. He's gonna be a really great dual threat QB. The number one recruit, he just committed. He's gonna be another dual threat quarterback. So I mean, it's like these guys are coming down the pipeline, and it's like, hey, you got to get in tune, or you're gonna get left. Like, I mean, pertaining to the game this weekend, like, I mean, I want the Ravens to win, but wouldn't it be crazy if Lamar just like somehow LeBron James, 2005, just drags this team to
the Waiters? You want the Waiters to
the
win?
Ravens or the Ravens? Which one?
The Super Bowl.
You kind of like put them both together there. You want the Ravens?
You said the
Ravens? The Waiters?
Ravens. Nah, but yeah, I mean, dude, if Patrick Mahomes take these dudes to the Super Bowl, after everything that we said about them this year, like, that would be absolutely crazy. But I think, look, the Niners are on upset alert as well. The Niners are on upset alert. They can't stop the run. And as long as Jared Goff is decent, I'm not asking him to be superb. They're gonna win this game.
Hey, that is true. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was sitting there watching. I'm watching the All-22 from the last game. Hey, and it's funny, right? Because what were they? They were top 5 against the run. No, they were the best team in the NFL against the run, I think, right? Yeah. Oh no, that was the Bears. They were top 5, I think, wherever it puts them. But they were really good. But then it was like, but they've never trailed. Usually when you're running the football, you're winning the game. Very often teams were behind and behind by a lot. So teams were throwing the football more. And they're great pass defense. Last week was kind of that first week where it was like, hey, if we just run this football because we're up, we can go out here and get a win. So I don't know, man. Like, I look at that. I think that's going to be a boring game. I think the game that everybody's going to look for, the Niners and Lions.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a boring game.
Nah, dog.
I think it's going to be a blowout. Nah. I think by the third quarter, we're going to be like, this is it.
Oh, well, I think it should be a good game. Why wouldn't it be? I mean, they're in San Francisco, right?
It's in San Fran, yeah.
Yeah.
So San Fran is going to be a little more favored. I think it's going to be one of those situations where, like, you know, it could be one of those situations where this is a pivotal moment for Detroit. Like, if you don't, they're going to get down, have a chance to like be up and win the game, and then it's like, don't. There's going to be a moment where it's like, just what does it say? Grit. Like, this is where that comes in, and Dan Campbell somehow. Maybe it's kind of like the Cowboys game where they were down and they were like, "Look, we're putting it all on the line.
Yeah.
I'm not going in over." Like something to make you like go. You know.
Oh, Dan Campbell, they're gonna lose this game off of. Well, no, I don't even believe that. I think defensively, San Francisco can do too much. I think the fact that everybody's like they can't stop the run. Now they're gonna focus in on the run. It's not like they don't have the guys on that team to stop the run. They just maybe did do a great job of it that day.
True blue.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't think that it's going to be like the Lions running all over the 49ers all day. I would say you're probably going to see more of a back and forth early, and I think in the second quarter, like that Detroit defense all of a sudden improved in stopping the pass. They stopping Deebo Samuel. They stopping, I mean, like you stopping Christian McCaffrey on the outside.
I got a question. So you saying all of this, but let's do this. If they lose, if the 49ers lose, what does this mean about Shanahan though? Well, like, what does this say to you about Shanahan?
He can't get it done.
Because it's like if we're being honest, you took Garoppolo.
It tells me you need to give Shanahan maybe a better quarterback.
Well, like, I mean,
you know what?
You had Garoppolo.
Trash.
Purdy was perfect.
Purdy's nice.
Purdy,
I like
MVP
Purdy.
Candidate.
I like Purdy, but is Purdy amazing?
No, Purdy's not amazing. We just found out he can't play in rain.
Like,
he can't play in rain.
Why am I putting that on the play?
You need another better quarterback.
Yeah, I need somebody that's not at the bottom of the draft.
I don't know. I don't know, because we've been saying that for years now.
Let me ask you this. And you know how I feel about it. Is Kirk Cousins better than Brock Purdy?
No. I don't know.
No. But I mean, I'm saying though, like,
that Kirk Cousins is definitely better than Brock Purdy.
Don't ask kid.
If you put Kirk Cousins back there, they could go to the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. If you put Kirk back, yeah, the system's on autopilot.
So if we're talking about the system being on autopilot, whose system is it?
The system, bro. He doesn't need a better quarterback. It's just gonna be listen. He's just not gonna be able to get it done, like Joel said.
I mean, I don't think he's not going to be able to get it done. He's been to a Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo. They fell short because Jimmy Garoppolo missed the pass. He's been to a Super Bowl or he's been near a Super Bowl.
He choked the one with Atlanta.
Definitely choked the one with
Atlanta. He choked the one with Atlanta.
Yeah, he was letting that mother fly.
So, I mean,
yes and no, though. Hold on. Yes and no, though. Because he choked the one in Atlanta.
All you had to do was run the ball. I'm not trying to hear that.
Nah. Because it was 28-3, and defensively, you let them put up 28 points.
Well, the defense did.
Well, 31 points.
Stop running the ball.
You let them put up 31 points. Who choked it away?
They were running the ball. You stopped running the ball.
Your defense let them put up 31 points in a half. In a half.
I gotta go back.
In 28 minutes.
I definitely hear what you're saying. 30 minutes.
15-minute quarter. Like, I don't know, bro. Like I feel like that's the situation.
If he lose, they need a better quarterback. I don't know.
What else am I gonna say? Like, the system is the Shanahan system for it's because of his dad, but it's the Shanahan McVay system.
Well,
like I wouldn't be surprised by like if they don't make the Super Bowl or don't win the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's a second-year quarterback who was the last pick in the draft. And yeah, he's nice, but we all agree the system is the reason that he's getting so much
But
help.
you can't say that now after he's been getting MVP votes. Because it's like now, okay, if he don't get it,
When Debo
if he don't get it done, now it's man, well,
when
Mr.
Debo
Irrelevant.
Samuel was out, what did Brock Purdy look like?
He said what?
When Debo Samuel was out, what did Brock Purdy look like?
He actually now it's actually funny that you bring that up because
they lost all the game.
When he went out, no, but it's context to that though. It's context to that because when Debo first went out, when he first got injured, Browns game, what did he do? Let them down to get a field goal to win the game. Kicker missed that. Had him in the game against Minnesota.
Yeah,
yes, he did throw a pick.
Wasn't that game 17-15 or something like that?
You said what?
I said, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that game like 17-15?
You talking about the Cleveland game?
The Cleveland game.
Okay, yeah, but
did he get
him down there? Yes or no, though?
He got him down there, but it wasn't like it was 31-35. You score one more touchdown, you win the game.
He did what he was supposed to do, though. I don't know. I don't know.
He's okay. He is a system. He's working the system pretty good. And I think what's happening is now you're starting to see that there's kinks in the armor. If he's protected, you do have a lot of good players around him to insulate him. So he does have a measure of talent, and it also helps to go into one of the premier offensive coordinators / head coaches. And it is slightly more plug and play because you could probably put a bunch of quarterbacks in that system. I mean, the fact is, yeah, he did have Jimmy. He did have they didn't even get a chance to see what Trey Lance could do, And he also had Matt Ryan.
Yeah, Trey got hurt.
Yeah, I know, but the point is that like
every day Trey was hurt. Trey, there's his ankle.
He got a Ferrari that
it's
a Ferrari of a system though. Like it's gonna go fast. Hopefully you just don't have a driver that jacks it up. And you might have some control drivers that's just going 10-2 and keep it locked in. And you got some drivers that can make that Ferrari fly. So that's probably what the situation is.
Yeah, I think that, listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Brock Purdy doesn't have a chance to be great at the end of his career because, listen, Tom Brady was along for the ride early on. Tom Brady was the quarterback of a team that was already had an injury.
They had Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, Tom Brady was the
sixth round. He was a
should we say pick, or what a bus rider, right? But
7th round.
It wasn't that Tom Brady didn't end up being great.
Mm-hmm.
There's talent in Brock Purdy. I'm not saying that he's not talented. I'm not saying that he's a horrible quarterback, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that right now he's the reason that the 49ers are winning. And guess what? If the 49ers end up losing in the playoffs here, I would tell you that you're probably losing in the playoffs because you don't have an experienced enough quarterback yet who's going to go out there and dominate play in and play out. Like I think Purdy can get to that point where he can be the system, but he's not there yet. He's in year 2.
Yeah.
So I just think there's more, right? Like I'm not saying Kyle Shanahan can't get it done because of that. And I think here's the thing too. Tom Brady and Pat Mahomes have led us to believe that Super Bowls are easy. They're not. Nobody has won Super Bowls at the rate that we're seeing Super Bowls won by these guys before. Outside of like Vince Lombardi back in like the 50s and 60s. Like, you know what I mean? Like Vince Lombardi freaking like
defenses are,
when the Bears were winning championships, like you didn't see this.
Defenses are faster now. You have to account for the athleticism of these players.
Mm-hmm.
You got linemen running 4.7s and 4.8s.
Yeah.
They have like it's just a faster game. You can't just wing it like you used to, It might have been closer to pick up backyard football in the 70s, but now these guys are running way too fast.
Yeah.
So you got to be a little specialized to be able to counteract that.
No, for sure. I don't know, man. I'm excited about this weekend of playoffs. I think that it's going to be interesting to see. I'm probably focusing in most. I guess I'll ask y'all this. When you look at this Chiefs team.
Exactly, Raging Oracle.
When you look at this Chiefs team, if Pat gets to the Super Bowl with this team, what does that say for the
The legend.
The legend of Pat Mahomes.
Bro, it's
cemented. Now you can't say nothing.
It's cemented. He's a GOAT.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen, offensively, we're literally all going, Matt Nagy is screwing this guy over week in and week out, and somehow he's still finding a way to get to this far in the playoffs.
Yeah, no. if he wins, yeah, it's like I mean, I like the idea of parity, but mainly because I just want us to have a dominating team. So I'm tired of hearing about somebody else being the greatest of all time, is the greatest, and for us, we have one of the greatest of all times here in Chicago, and so not to be able to get any of that and have not had that type of fanfare, that type of celebrity in Chicago, it's like it'd be nice to finally get that. So yeah, if he gets it though, that's hey, you gotta give it up to him. I mean, now, because my complaint or my criticism has been that he's all pro when he's got all these players around him and they have the best defense and all these type of things. And now you're starting to see the chink in the armor. You're seeing a little crack in the facade. Kelsey's getting old. He doesn't have all the receivers. Those guys are dropping passes. And it's like these jokers have made it to another AFC championship. I thought they would be kind of out of it.
Dog, I'm not going to lie to you, because I thought I was sitting there watching last week's game. And of course they come back and it's just like, there are moments where you just see the greatness pop back up to tell you that there's certain players that are just at a different level. When you look at the combination of Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, there's just a different level there of talent, because there were moments in the game where they looked mediocre, where they looked pedestrian, and then when they needed to not look that way, it was over. It was amazing to see. And listen, sometimes you can't stand in the way of greatness. That is the thing about Michael Jordan that was always amazing to watch. The thing about Kobe Bryant that was always amazing to watch, right? Like when the moment called for the biggest player to stand out in the biggest moment, they were there. That's why you love to see it, man. That's why you love to see it. Hey, let's keep this thing moving along. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. What we doing? We doing drip or skip this week? Is this the first week of drip or skip?
I was working on. I made a intro for Ringo so they can have his drip or skip.
Oh, snap!
I was trying to find some.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into drip or skip.
Yeah. So our first one up is, who is this? That's your boy from Oklahoma.
Woo! And then Shay.
Hey, what's going on here, bro?
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, first of the week. Listen, jacket. After that, you got the boots. I'm not feeling the boots.
I like the outfit outside of the boots.
I'm not mad at the fit at all. Actually, I say this is
how y'all
drip.
Feeling about this fit, man? How y'all feeling about this fit?
I say this is drip. I feel like he got like a Reptar jacket on. You know what I mean? Like he paying homage to the Rugrats out here.
I can live with the jacket.
You going white tee? White tee is always nice. I like the chain combination. As y'all can see, I'm a big chain guy.
Boots is
chain gang.
Though.
Pause. I'm not even mad at the boots. I mean, how bad is the weather in OKC? Do they have cows just roaming the street?
I don't even think it's bad. I just think the boots is too big, bro. Like those are certified roach stumpers, bro. Like,
nah, them ain't lemon pepper steppers right there.
Like,
them ain't
lemon pepper steppers, but bro,
killers right
boots?
there.
No, we're not fooling with the
You're
boots.
not fooling with the boots.
Right,
I'm messing with the boots, low key.
Back me up, dog.
They look like hooves in the front, and moon boots on the ankle.
My man's do look like he got to fight Bowser at 6 p.m.
I'm telling you,
my man, he do look like he got to fight Bowser at 6 p.m.
Peaches. I love you. Yeah, no.
Still haven't seen that movie.
I keep falling asleep on it. It's so good, but I keep falling asleep.
Don't sound that good.
Because I'm old.
No, the Mario joint. Mario joint was decent.
What else we got?
We got 4 of them. So this is here's number 2. I don't even know who this is.
Boy, what the heck is going on here,
hey, bro? So
it's trash.
I'm gonna have to get the teams for next time, but yeah, bro. Obviously, I have no clue. First of all, the jacket is way too big.
What you don't know is this is how the 2003 draft looked. This is how every suit in the 2003 draft went down.
The shoes was supposed to go with the jacket. I'm just not. What's up? What's up with the shorts, bro? What's up with the pants?
Forget the shoes, bro. What's up with the Flintstone shorts, bro?
And, bro, he literally looked like he been.
Bro, the shorts are trash, bro.
Trash.
What is that, bro? This man got on he got on a burlap sack, bro. He got on sackcloth right
King
now.
Booker World said he bringing back Jinko shorts. That was my generation.
Hey,
I remember that.
Bro, he looked like he about to repent to God in the Bible and rip some
Bro,
sackcloth off with that,
I
bro.
can't stand this.
Oh
taste.
man.
I really can't. Let's move on.
Let's
That's
go. What
definitely
else we got?
that's
What else we
skip
got?
right there. I'm skipping
Yeah,
that.
that's definitely a scam. Now we got Alpha and Shane going. This is Pat's guy. This is Pat's guy.
Kind of questionable.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Uh,
Only thing I don't.
Mike Nice.
This
is gonna be football. It's Friday.
It's Friday, Mike.
Friday
We're having a
free
good
for
time.
all.
My God, we have to do a show, Mike. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that everything is just
football.
Yeah. I don't hate this, but I'm gonna say skip because I wouldn't rock this.
I think you got to be in shape to wear this. Like I could not wear that right now.
I'm fooling with the shirt. I feel like bro just took the shoes that the last dude had.
Give me the sweater without the I miss mom, and then taper the.
You
pants.
just want the regular sweater.
Yeah, and taper,
well, he's
taper the
24,
pants.
so
Yeah,
that's a little different.
Yeah.
I'm fooling with the pants.
I'm not messing with. I'm not gonna say it's a skip. I'm not gonna say it's a skip because I do feel like he's fresh, but I'm not gonna say it's a drip because I do feel like he's fresh.
Okay. Scale it on a 10.
But I would still skip.
First of all, I'm not out of shape like that, but all right.
Tim
Next.
Bear said that's drip. It's
You got-
okay, Fred. Scale him on a 10. And then you
Boy,
got
what the heck is going on here?
you got
Always-
Jordan Clarkson.
always skip.
Boy,
You got Jordan Clarkson.
boy. This man here, dog. What's going on? With he got the same boots. Is the boots a thing now?
Hey, the
Is this
boots
style
is
of
the thing.
boots a thing? Is Moon Boots making a comeback, bro?
Yeah, no
The
bet.
boots is the thing. The jack. Nah, bro. I can't.
I just
can't
feel like
fool
there's
with
nothing here that goes together. Like the pants look like baby lock them doors and turn the lights down. Yeah, I mean like the sweater.
It's this reminds me of the early 2000s. Like what's the Seth Green? And they used to wear the big baggy jeans. Like some of this is coming back. The big baggy oversized look.
Yeah, but I feel like we taking it too far. Like I feel like the baggy was baggy for a reason. Or maybe you know what? Maybe what we're missing is this is what baggy looked like when you actually wore your pants at your waist. There's a lot of dudes sagging back in
I'm
the
a
day.
block Jay Crit.
What Jay Chris?
He's like, you can wear those
I'm
pants.
with you though, Pat. Like none of this goes together.
Jay
Though.
Crit is frying you in the comments.
Yeah, no, like what I do.
Jay Crit baking you right now in the comments. Chris Sal said a child produced this. Bet.
Yeah, they did. I think that's it. So we're skipping all that.
Ray just said Fat Albert gear.
All right, there we go. That was that's
Ladies and gentlemen, Dripper Skip. Appreciate you. First edition of Dripper Skip. We got to get better with that. Maybe some background music or something. I like the.
I made it like right now.
Yeah, it was last second.
I was
It was the last
literally-
second.
It's cool. We gonna get it together.
You don't
Yeah.
keep it going, man. Hey,
Yeah.
is Baggy coming back? Is that what we seeing here?
It's
Yeah,
like
somebody
oversized
said-
baggies coming back.
Yeah, this is a different kind of baggy. Like
Yeah,
it used to
yeah,
be
yeah.
baggy, so I could hold like the unregistered Glock in the waistband. You know what I mean? Like
But-
now it's just baggy, just to be baggy.
I have conformed to more of the relaxed fit that tapers for the shoes.
Yeah, you're an old dad.
No, I'm just saying. Like I remember, my brother was one of the first ones that really started rocking like the tight, like the pants. Is like, dude, what are you doing? 'Cause
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
was still. All he would say is, "You rock Steve Harvey suits, Joel," and it's like, leave me alone, because it's like all of us was at that time.
Everybody was rocking Steve
But
Harvey
now-
suits, but yeah.
a more tailored. I'm more into
Yeah.
the tailored fit. Yeah, I do fashion now, y'all. So he said, "What? Crit? I'm 5'4". Oh, he's 54. I would have made it on the card.
No, he said I'm 5'4".
He's 5'4". I would have made it on the card of those pants. I would have fallen in another world, bro. Yeah, I mean,
If you don't read a comment, at least read it so everybody can
I'm
hear
sorry.
it.
I'm
Just
5'4". I
mumbling
would have
through
made
the
it on a
comment. Good
carton in
Lord.
those pants. I would have fallen into another world, bro. I shout out to Jay Crit, man. Got a little stuff for you, bro. I'm just saying, but tailored fit, if anything, then it's super tight, because this now it's just flipping. So yeah, they're bringing that big oversized baggy look back. That's
Hey,
crazy.
when we start getting money, if I show up and that, don't nobody say nothing.
I'm definitely saying
Don't
something.
nobody say
Hey,
nothing.
definitely getting cooked.
Yeah, nah, he
Growing
going.
up,
Getting
Nah, he,
cooked.
I'm showing up in the baggy johns, fool. I'm
That's
gonna
too
be
much.
out here in the
Hey,
yeah,
Pat just
bro.
gonna show up with them
Hey, you
same
wanna know
jeans Shangoon had.
Hey, bro, you want to know exactly why I wear it? Because all of them is getting paid so much money to wear them outfits. It's like, hey, we're gonna give you this outfit. We're gonna pay you $60,000 tonight,
Pat is
and
gonna sell
we'll
his
see you
soul.
later.
He gonna sell his soul to the devil. Like, yeah, I do it for some money.
Hey, I will not, but I
There
will.
one time.
Here for
Once.
Yeah,
For
George.
that day, my attire for that day, yeah, I'll sell that. I'm with that. Hey man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Glad we having a good time. It's a Friday episode, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the
Friday.
page. About an hour. That's a good podcast right there.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good podcast. I say it's a good podcast. Good week of podcast. Jordan said, "Pat, don't you do it."
He said you going to jail.
You going to jail? Hey, I'm not going to jail at all.
I need to show the picture of Monopoly last night where I had the whole Monopoly from all the way from Park Place, Boardwalk, I had the whole block and all four.
We need to start giving a weekly update on our Monopoly game. Joe dominated last night.
Do they just not know how to play at this point?
No, I just
like
timing.
I think about every one of us has won since we've been there.
Yeah, but I won twice in a row in the same night. It was that fast.
Yesterday, my rolls was completely terrible, bro. I was rolling some stuff, dog, where I was like, hey, I guess it's over tonight.
But Jordan said he gonna call me a cheater. He trades me He had the two reds and I had one blue.
He's traded the properties?
Yeah, one. We swapped it. So he got a Monopoly. I got a Monopoly. I said, dude, I wanted the reds because I'm like, everybody lands on the reds more than they land on the blue. No, just go ahead and take it. So I finally take the blue. I immediately put a bunch of houses on there. Within the next roll, he owed me $1,400. He was popped. He was done.
Was over. He had all the property. He had all the money. It was over. It was a sad day for Jordan yesterday in Monopoly.
But he had to restart the game.
As soon as I ain't gonna lie to you, as soon as I rolled like 4 threes in a row, I was like, yeah, it's that kind of day. Like the dice ain't rolling for me today, boys. I'm out on this one. But so I wasn't that hurt. But Jordan was like, he thought it was hot, and then it was not. It was over real quick.
He was cooking too. He had all those properties.
All them properties. They have a house on not one of them, man. That was a tough time. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to another week of the Windy City Breeze. Man, we're going to have more content coming you guys' way. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. Leave that 5-star review. For Stefan the Don. I'm your host, Pat the Designer, joined by the super producer, Joel Holt. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear Don. Peace.